Did you guys know that scientists created something called the Doomsday Clock to represent how close humanity is to destroying itself? Well, this week, and today is January 28th, Tuesday, the clock was set to 89 seconds to midnight.
It is now 89 seconds to midnight. This is the closest the world has ever been to midnight.
That's the closest it has ever been to world annihilation. This is according to experts. But what is this clock and why should we even care? Now, the Doomsday Clock was established in 1947 and is a symbolic representation of humanity's proximity, to making the earth uninhabitable. Now, midnight signifies global catastrophe, but the clock isn't meant to scare us. It's meant to start conversations about crucial scientific challenges, particularly climate change. Now, despite this, the clock keeps moving closer and closer to midnight because progress on global issues like nuclear risks, biological warfare, and AI now all of a sudden lumped into this, has been alarmingly slow. We're not making enough progress trying to address these issues. So how accurate is this clock? So weirdly, back in 2021 at a climate conference in Glasgow, Scotland, the UK Prime Minister at the time, Boris Johnson, cited the Doomsday Clock when discussing climate crisis. Now, leaders often refer to it, but ironically, they're the ones contributing most to the problems that this clock even highlights. So there's a woman named Rachel Bronson, when I was looking this up, she's the CEO of the Bulletin, I think, of the Atomic Scientists. I guess she heads this thing. So she manages the clock and recommends actions like we need to eat locally and grow our own food, reduce waste, conserve water, recycle, all these things to mitigate damage. Now, I'm sure they're not happy about all the things Trump has done lately. While these are good steps, let's be honest. It is the rich, the elite, the powerful who do the most harm to our planet. They are the ones engaged in constant power struggles. They are the ones disrupting everything. They contribute disproportionately to global emissions and environmental degradation. Many high-profile meetings that require travel, like commuting, could be conducted virtually. Don't you agree? Reducing climate impact or of constant jet setting. Trump even suggested decentralizing government agencies at one point. Do you remember him saying that on the campaign trail? Maybe moving out some of these agencies to other states instead of having them in Washington, D.C. This would reduce lobbying influence and potentially make the system more accountable. Decentralization would force lobbyists to work harder. They would have to fly across country or across the U.S. to meet with different senators in their home states. Virtual meetings could also create records of discussions, adding transparency to things. But as it stands, the rich and the elite seem indifferent to the Doomsday Clock because they are insulated from its consequences. They've got their underground bunkers, trust me. For the average person at the bottom, the clock feels irrelevant to us because many of us feel like we have little left to lose. The question remains, will the people at the top, make the necessary changes, or will the Doomsday Clock continue to tick, tick, tick away closer to midnight? Let me know your thoughts and comments. What do you think needs to change to push the clock back? Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you found this video insightful.